Story time. Today, I want to tell a story about when I was first adopted. And Sarah came down to this little place called Mount Pleasant. Okay, it's near South Carolina, I believe, or North Carolina. It's a really, 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 really small town. When I say small town, there was one red light, there was one grocery store, there was one meat place. There, it was just one of everything. But even though it was one of everything, it was everything to me. Okay. So when Sarah came down to adopt me, I was not, thrilled with it. It was unknown territory to me. You know what I'm saying? And when she came down to get me, she had found out that my birth mother, was white. And this escalated to a hatred filled abuse of 8 years. Okay. So anytime that I can come to y'all and give you a story that hopefully will help you recognize what abuse is and to help somebody get away from it, that's what I want to do. I want to influence in the best way possible and bring awareness to abuse, especially in adoptive homes and foster care, okay? Because honestly, the 90s, I'm doing my research now, the 90s is seriously the worst era to live as a child, okay? There was some sick, really, really twisted parents then, okay? And we're healing from that right now. But in this particular one, when she came to pick me up, Doris Wilson, which was my mother's name, had left me a sweater, okay? Imagine a quilted sweater, right? And it looks like somebody sewn it. It was a couple of holes in it. The whole point of that sweater when she gave it to me was her scent was on that sweater. Okay. It was so I would never forget who she was. Right. So I want to say the second day I was in Knoxville with Sarah, where she adopted me. I had went to school. And when I came home from school, I always go to that sweater. It was something I put it under my pillow in my personal space. So right then, I knew something was wrong. My sweater was not there. So when I went to go and talk to Sarah, not confront Sarah, because I was very fearful of Sarah, I asked her about it. I said, "What happened to my sweater?" She said, "It was just trash. It wasn't shit. I threw it away. You didn't need it at all." That little slight at that point broke my heart because I can't smell my mother. The memory of my mother was thrown away. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, I think it was the beginning of a curse because actually am psychic by smell. Okay. And I want to explain to y'all what I'm talking about. Everybody on this earth has a particular smell. I'm not talking about funky. I'm not talking about did you wash your behind. I'm talking about a particular smell, a perfume smell, a smell of gardenia, something that says that's them. You feel me? Identification smell, and I can do that. Okay, I'll give you one example. My mother-in-law, father-in-law was in the hospital, and I had sent over a blanket for him because it was cold in that hospital, right? And they gave me the blanket back, but I never washed it. So literally, my mother-in-law's and father-in-law's essence was on that blanket. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So I'll say about 3 weeks later, I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything to it. I started smelling my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. Okay. And what that kind of gave me was the intuition that something wasn't right. Something was wrong. You get what I'm saying? It's time to call and check on your people. I was fortunate to call and check up on them because I found out that my in-laws were sick. Both of them. If I didn't smell it, I wouldn't have known it. You get what I'm saying? Because this world is crazy enough right now that people don't exploit their problems to other people to get help. You get what I'm saying? COVID changed everything. But I got up one morning to cook some breakfast and I could smell her. And I told my husband, I said, "Have you checked on my?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "Since we dropped him off because dad was in the hospital." I said, "Check on her. Do that." And come to find out, there was something that happened. So, it's a curse. It really is. But I believe that my psychic smell curse is back to then. I've had weird occasions. I'll tell you another weird occasion, another quick weird story, and I'll let you go. So, this one, me and my brother, we were partying in our 30s. We partied like it was 1999. You get what I'm saying? So, on one particular weekend, he told me he was going to go do something else. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's all right. I say about 7:30 that evening, I could smell him. I could smell his essence. But when I say smell, I mean, it was almost like he was right beside me. And at that moment, I picked up the phone. I asked my brother, I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm getting ready to go out. Me and my homie, we get ready to go out and party and do all this other stuff. And something in me said, no, you're not. I need you to come over here right now. Cancel your plans. Don't do it. I'm telling you not to get in the freaking car with him and don't go nowhere. And of course, he was like shocked. He was like, I can't tell you why, bruh, but you don't need to be going in that car tonight. So he came over here. We played a deck of cards. We conjugated around, talked and everything, right? Smoked a little bit. Get up the next morning. The friend that he was supposed to go with had a instant death crash on the interstate. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. If my brother was in that car, he wouldn't have made it. The crash was so horrible that I don't know if they came out. I think they came out with pieces of the body. It was that bad. And if I didn't get an inclination to warn him, my brother wouldn't be here today. So yeah, it's a gift, but it's also a curse. And sometimes I hate it when it happens because, I just like my mind. I don't like my mind be taken somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, and this is how I deal with it. I understand that God does everything for a reason, and I don't question it. I understand that I survived a brutal 8 years of physical abuse by a woman for a reason. So anytime I can get a memory from that to help anybody else, I try to do it, which is why I told you the stories today. Okay. I hope it helps. I hope it gives clarity. I hope it gives insight. And other than that, I hope it helps. Okay. So until the next time, this is Horror Chatter, and I thank you so much for listening.